Very recently, I was struck by an idea that was so stupidly simple, but has the possibility to impact everyone around me. Not that everyone has to like or even accept the idea, but the premise itself would change how I interacted with the world in general. You ready? Okay, here it is. I own my efforts. Listen again. I own my efforts. Sound hokey? Like it's a let's think positive shtick? Maybe at first, but if you take a few minutes to think about it, it doesn't seem so crazy. Effort is about the work that you put in toward a goal, right? Effort is neutral. The only thing that really defines whether it's successful or not is you. The only person who can really determine if an effort is worth it is you, unless you give that power away to someone else to determine that for you. Far too often, we don't celebrate the fact that we've put effort into something. We say to ourselves, oh, it doesn't matter, it was just a tiny thing. Or, but Sally does that 25 times better than I do, so it's not as cool. Or, no one notices or supports my contribution, so it must not be special. Or, when I finally get done with the whole thing, I can stop and celebrate my victory. Oh my gosh, stop it. No, really, stop it. How many times have you played this script in your head in the past year, month, day? The point is, we are robbing ourselves of worth by thinking that every single effort that we choose to put into something needs to be grandiose, or never done before, or valued by anyone other than ourselves. We stop ourselves from talking to others about whatever efforts we've put into life because we don't feel worthy or supported or even heard. We stop interacting with others because we don't feel like we can measure up or that their opinions of our efforts are more important than how we feel about ourselves. This is where the mantra comes in, because the minute that you start to truly believe that you own your efforts, it changes your perspective and your perspective toward others. However, that's like a whole nother vlog. We're focused on you and me right now and how it applies to the individual. So, is this thought process exclusively for one type of individual? Heck no, but it helps me. And if it helps others, then it should be shared. So, how do you apply it? What's the action or the effort behind I own my efforts? It's simple. You take the time to acknowledge the effort that you have put in toward a goal. First, we establish what time frame are we talking about. Now that's completely up to you. Do you have a tendency to live short term, think short term? Then look at what you accomplished today or this week. Are you more of a long-term planner? Then adjust your view accordingly. Add it all up. Long term. Okay, so we've got a time frame to reference. Now you figure out what is a meaningful method of getting yourself to acknowledge your effort. For example, for people who want to share on social media, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, post or share away. For those who are afraid of sharing with the outside world, just mark it down somewhere where you will see it and you'll take it in. Maybe a list on your phone that you can keep, or a paper and a planner if you still use those. Some place where you'll see it and you can remind yourself that you made that effort. But what if it feels like the effort isn't big enough? Like, what if all I did was get out of bed today? Then you own that. Did you get up and make sure your kids were fed? You own it. But why would I care to make a list of the little things? Because sometimes it's the little things that keep us motivated to continue down a path to an effort and goals. Listen, if you are alive today, obviously, and hearing this message, you have accomplished something. All I'm suggesting is you take ownership of that. Say, I own my efforts and what those efforts were. And another thing, I don't care how successful those efforts are. The fact of the matter is that you attempted them. You took the time and the effort to do something. Celebrate or acknowledge that. Okay. I know this is kind of long-winded and yet short for the subject matter, so I plan on doing additional videos to touch on other aspects of this particular mindset. But for right now, I just want you to take away the fact that you can own your efforts. It's okay. It's healthy to acknowledge that you yourself have value. Your efforts have worth, and you are nothing short of freaking awesome. So I've set up a page for anyone who wants to participate in the social media surrounding this on Facebook. It's the @ I own my efforts. I'll list out the link in the description below. Feel free to tag it in either the comments on your Facebook site or come visit and post some of your own efforts in the page. I'll read through them and give support as I can. Just, I ask that you try to keep it positive. It's supposed to be positive in nature. And then another thing, if you feel like you've gained anything from this, please share it with your friends. What you may have heard might help someone else out, and if you're interested in hearing more about this concept or seeing videos surrounding some of my upcoming efforts, feel free to go ahead and subscribe below. So, anyway, go and start your list. I have to add making this video and posting it to YouTube on mine, so I will see you hopefully next time. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.